Hi, everyone. I'm glad that you're here. If you're coming in the building, come in tonight. Tonight, I have a special treat. It's almost like a bonus, okay? Because I'm bringing this young lady on, really to talk about alopecia, but the bonus is like, she's just totally into fitness, and I believe that she can just give us some really good tips and be an inspiration to us all. And I really truly feel this way that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can start your fitness journey wherever you're at. So I'm going to welcome her into our tribe here, welcome her into the Gray tribe, and let's just give a big welcome for coming to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Hey,
Hey, hi.
how are you?
Wonderful. I'm wonderful, and thank you for having me. I hope I can inspire and help someone out there.
And I think you definitely will. So, Althea, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm 54 years old. I'm a mother of two. I'm a dental hygienist. I work every day, and I just love fitness. And I'm recently a baldy, 1 year, 1 year, and loving it. And uh, but that's basically me. I just love working out. I uh my children, I love my kids. They're grown and they don't live with me, thank goodness. They're on their own. And I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you look amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
thank you.
Amazing with the bald head. And you said newly bald, and we're going to get into that. And I mean, just sitting there with your arms, girl, that's all what we're all trying to achieve. But we'll get into that and talk
Yeah.
to you about that. But
Okay.
first, I want you to tell us about your journey. Like, how did you get here? With you said, you've been bald for 1 year.
Well, um, looking back, I in pictures when I was like 26, I could see where my temples were thinning out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you kind of ignore it because you still have your hair and you're still young. But as time went on, with weaves and perms, and it starts thinning out, and eventually I lost a lot. So I started wearing uh, um, frontals and weaves in the back, and I knew that it was going to go one day because it runs in my family.
Okay.
It runs on my grandmother's side. But you just keep going and you deal with it. But it's a lot of stigma with it because our hair to women is our glory. So
Yeah.
you, as the years go by and you see yourself losing more, well, am I attractive? What's going to happen when I lose my hair? I got to go to work. What am I going to do about that? And you know, I got to a point where, the I was in a relationship and he didn't even know because
Mm.
I would not do my hair in front of him. I would go in the bathroom. My hairdresser was 2 hours away from where I lived, so I would have like a 7 a.m. appointment. So I would be the first in there and out. Hopefully, no one would see me or that knew me. And
Right.
um, the turning point was, I think, right before the pandemic hit. That was my last. Well, let me step back. I went to get a biopsy finally after I lost a lot of hair, and
Okay.
it turned out that I had scarring alopecia. And scarring alopecia can develop from heating combs, uh, perms, stuff like that. Because eventually I did stop putting perms in my head, but
Okay.
it's a cycle of it just going. I mean, and mine started from my temples, and it just went back and just went back and back. And the hair that was left was strong. It
Okay.
wasn't, but it was strong. But it was just in the back and the sides were gone. The top was gone. And right before the pandemic hit, I had went to the hairdresser, and I was just saying to her, I know I'm going to have to shave one day. I said, I don't know what day it is, but I know it's going to have to be. She did my hair, came home, pandemic hit. Now I'm home. Okay. So now I can take my frontal off, loosen it up so my head can get air, because with scarring alopecia, I was getting red bumps, itchy bumps, pustules. But I had to cover up to go to work. So maybe every couple of days I would take it off, let my scalp breathe, clean up. But then working out, the adhesive would bubble up, and then I'm sweating, and I'm in menopause and all that. So I think the hairdressers were getting ready to open back up, and I was probably getting ready to possibly go back to work. So I went to go take my hair out, because now I'm at home more. Now I'm exercising a little bit more. I'm sweating a whole lot more.
Right.
Now I don't care because I'm home. My weave locked up around my hair. So I tried to comb it out, but of course it's not coming out. So I had to make a decision. So I just said, God, give me strength. And I stood in the mirror. I wanted to cry, but I stopped myself, and I just cut it.
Wow.
And I cut it, and then I looked and I said, it doesn't look right, because I had hair certain places and not certain places. So then I took the razor, got in the shower, and shaved it all off. And that was it. So, a week before my 53rd birthday. And the thing is, I would take my hair off at home, and after I would get it done, a couple of days, take it off, get some air. And this particular day, this is a couple years ago, I took a picture of myself with it off, with it back.
Okay.
And I saved it in my phone. Now, the only person who knew that I was bald, basically, was my daughter, my hairdresser, and my friend Marco. And but he never saw me bald. He
Right.
just knew
He just knew.
him that I was thinning out. So
Okay.
I had the picture on my phone, and at this point, I'm in a relationship, but I'm downstairs, and I said, can I show you something? I said, you won't laugh, will you? He said, no. So I sent him the picture, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. He said, girl, take that off. You are beautiful. And of course, I feel like I want to cry. He's like my best friend.
Oh.
And he said, you are beautiful. Take it off. But I couldn't, because I'm in a relationship. Who
Right.
knows? So I always kept that in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And when the day came for me to shave, that was running in my mind.
God bless him.
That's what he was saying to me.
Right.
That gave me strength. And when I showed him, he just made me feel like I was everything. But now I got to go out into the real world.
Right. Right.
Okay, I've shown him, and I show people. I put my picture on Facebook.
Okay.
Everybody could see. Okay, but still, I'm still in the house. So when I would go to get my mail, I would put a hat on. I still wasn't
Comfortable.
myself. So one day, it's like July, and I said, I can't put a hat on. I'm going to look crazy out there. It's hot. I said, you know what? I don't care. I put my lipstick on, I put my glasses on, and I went to the supermarket and walked around. And I held my head up, and so many people out in the street, oh, I love your bald head. Men come up to me and ask me, what do you put on your head to make it so smooth? One, one gentleman, he said, I waited for you to come out of the store because I wanted to tell you, don't grow your hair back. You look wonderful. He said, if you could, don't do it because you look great the way you are.
Wow.
And I feel great. I feel great. I even bought a wig because I thought I was going to go back to work, to my old job, and I bought a wig just in case. But I haven't even worn it because I love the way I look now. I
I
love
love it too.
I love the look, and plus I'm in menopause, so I would burn up in the wig. So
I love it too. You look absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. That's a really good story because so many of us, like you said, our hair, we're so attached to it.
right,
But we learned this from birth. We learned this from all the images that we constantly see, right? With the
exactly.
hair and the woman. And then all the styles that we get for our culture, it is tension on our hair.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
def-
Mm-hmm.
definitely, definitely. I mean, and you try to fight it. I mean, but you can't. I mean, once it's it's hard to know that you're losing your hair. And my daughter has the same thing. My daughter went bald. She shaved her
Oh,
head.
she did?
She shaved her head way before I did. And I was so upset with her because I was saying, "Oh, you can do this, you can do this." She said, "No, mommy, I can't. I can't. I can't." So she shaved it and she gave me the inspiration too. But, when you don't feel that confidence in yourself, it's hard. It's,
Yes.
I mean, it's hard to go from a full head of hair to nothing.
Yes.
And it runs in men, it runs in children, it runs in all kinds of nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
So, people need to kind of be understanding and know that you're beautiful with or without your hair. You're more than your hair. I mean, I have a
Yeah.
soul, I have a heart, you know,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yes, I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Just so you know, here we got in the chat, it says you are beautiful. Somebody said you go, girl. And someone else wrote, you are so beautiful without your hair. And I totally agree. Like I feel the energy inside and out. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so glad that you're telling your story because, you was like, you was afraid to go out the door, like
Oh,
without your covering.
yeah. And
And it was nice. Like,
in my neighborhood walking to the post office, a post box, and I would put something on my head. Would not,
wow.
would not. Now, please, I'm out there.
Yes, yes, I love it, and it looks really, really good on you.
And,
So if anybody have any questions about that, you could put in the chat and we'll ask that question. I have so many things I want to get into with you, so we'll slide into the next topic a little bit. Well, before I slide into the next topic, what if there's someone out there that's having that suffering the same way, and they feel like they can't let go, they feel like they can't stop wearing the wig, they feel like they have to keep their hair covered. What kind of encouragement, can you think you might want to give them, to help them? Everybody got to come to their own and make their own decision, but what might you say?
yes, you just have to. I would say you have to have some confidence in yourself. And I know it's hard, especially if you're surrounded with people bombarding you um with you. You don't have that support. You don't have that support. But I would say just have some confidence in yourself. Know that you are beautiful no matter what. And it'll take time. It's a process. It took me years to come to grips with my hair loss. And it took the pandemic for me to cut my hair because I
Wow.
had choice. I had no choice. I mean, it is what it is. And
Right.
still who you are. I'm still out there with my hair or without my hair. It,
Absolutely.
I have my health. that's what's most important is my health.
Yeah.
I
How
mean,
long would you going to your hairdresser? And what did they say when you was like, I cut it off?
well, I sent her a picture. I was going to my hairdresser forever, and she watched. I mean, as the years went on, she watched it just go backwards. And
Okay.
with the pustules that I was on my scalp and the itchiness, I went to the dermatologist because they did a biopsy of it and gave me some spray to use. Sometimes the spray would work and sometimes it wouldn't. But the problem was my scalp wasn't getting any air because it was always
Mm.
covered.
Okay.
With me working out, I'm sweating under it.
Mm.
And the pustules itch, and you know how you pat your head when you have a weave. Well, I'm patting my head because my bumps are itching me, but
Wow.
scratch it, they will bleed a little bit. So so I had to get that was the problem. My scalp wasn't getting air. It wasn't breathing. But soon as I the pandemic hit and now I can keep the frontal off my scalp, it just went away. The
Wow.
itchiness and the bumps because it was getting air, and I was able to steadily clean my scalp every day because the frontal wasn't attached any longer.
Right. Right. All right. So she was happy for you?
Yeah, she was happy. She was happy for me. I took birthday pictures, and oh my gosh, she everyone was happy for me. Everyone was happy for me. I and
Nice.
my son, he loves it. Oh my gosh, he loves it.
Nice, beautiful. All right, so we got to get into it because, like I said, you look amazing. Okay, so you got to tell your fitness story, and then give us some tips because listen, I'm trying to get somewhere near where you're at. Uh, and I told you a little bit ahead of time, like I do go every day. I do know that my nutrition is the problem. So say a prayer for me. I'm trying. I know if I could tweak that, I would see a difference. But tell the people your fitness story because you look absolutely amazing.
Well, I've always been in fitness to some point. Um, Exercise through my pregnancy and all that, but
Wow.
um, my my fitness change started back in 2014 when um, I wasn't a bad eater, but I wasn't that eater to make changes to my body like it is now. So I'm exercising every day, doing different DVDs, but not seeing the results I think I should be seeing from the way I'm exercising and the amount I'm exercising, which is only about an hour, hour and a half a day at
Wow.
at home. So
Hear that, people at home. So
I've
there's no
never been to the gym.
excuses.
I've never ever been to the gym at all.
Wow.
And with the DVDs, you have some free weights. I started off with maybe 8 pounds and 10 pounds. And as I got stronger, I bought more weights. But they were only dumbbells. I only have up to 50-pound dumbbells because I have a bad knee. So I have to work. I'm not going to hurt myself.
Right.
And my shoulder is kind of iffy. But so I wasn't seeing the results that I thought I should be seeing. So I'm on my elliptical one morning, looking on Facebook, and I see a girl that I went to high school with, and she's ripped. And I see that she's competing in bodybuilding contests and stuff. So I contacted her, and we went over my diet. She told me about staying away from milk. I am lactose intolerant. She told me about staying away from milk, and too much fruit is not good if I'm just eating fruit, but I'm not expending that energy because that's
Mhm.
sugar. And at the time, I was drinking a lot of naked drinks, and they have an abundance of sugar in it, too much for the average person who does not work out. And I
Right.
was working out and still storing a lot of fat. So um, I just knew from watching her videos and then watching bodybuilders on IG, I knew I needed to lift differently than I was lifting with my DVD tapes, the people in my DVD tapes.
Okay.
One day I came home from work and saw a video called Body Beast on an infomercial on TV. It was nothing but men um, lifting weights. And I said, that's exactly what I need. I ordered it. And for 1 year straight, I did that Body Beast back to back to back every day. I tweaked my diet. Um, and within 1 year, I started seeing a big change. Actually, it says give them 90 days and you'll see a change. And I documented, took pictures of my 30-day, my 60-day, and my 90-day, and you could totally see
Wow.
coming in, the fat leaving me. You could see the roundness in my arms coming in. And um and then from there I just built on what I got from him. Sometimes I still use that video, but then I found YouTube and found different trainers on YouTube, and that's all I do. I only do YouTube videos. I don't do anything else. I dance, I do African dance,
Wow.
I do there's African dance on there. There's I do videos with people who don't even speak English. I can understand. I can follow you. I mean,
Right. Right.
uh, a lot like us. Cindy Cummings. She's a trainer. Private Gym Fitness. There's a whole slew of trainers on there who you can follow, from ab work to everything. And that's all I do. That's all I do is YouTube videos. And I eat about 5 times a day. Five times
Okay.
a day. And my meals, my snacks are meals. I don't have like a protein bar for a snack. And that's occasionally. I may have one at night if I feel like I want to chew something, but um, most of the time it's just food. I eat food
Nice. And do you drink? Because they say water is a big part of it.
all day. That's all I drink is water. That's
Okay.
all I drink is water. And what I did, I get a colon hydrotherapy treatments also, colonics. And
Okay.
yeah, and my the person who does them, she told me to drink peppermint tea because that helps with digestion and
Okay.
and the storage of fat in your stomach to not do it. So I've been drinking peppermint tea after every meal now. I drink peppermint tea at night before bed. It relaxes you, helps you sleep. Um, so I try to stay, I try to stay healthy. Everyone has their moments. I'm not totally strict all the time,
Right.
but
Right. Right.
most of the time, your diet is 85 to 90% of your success. If you can
Mhm.
get your diet down um, straight, you'll be pretty good. Even if you don't exercise that much, it's your diet, because it's all the sodium, it's all the hidden sugars that you don't think is sugar, but it's all the hidden sugars and the stuff you eat
Right.
hold you back. And once I got that under control, and that's the thing, once I got that under control, that's when my body started changing.
Wow. I'm
You know,
excited.
obesity runs in my family,
Mm.
all through my family, both sides of my family. So I am like kind of geared to be big. And at one time, I'm probably a size 4 now in a dress, in some shorts. I'm probably a size 4. But at one time when I had my son, um, after I had him, I was probably I could have been a 12, but I refused to go.
You Oh my God. I love you. My sister said, please don't put on that jacket. That's too small for you tonight. I said, leave me alone.
Because so at that point I was a tight 10. I should have been in a 12 to be comfortable, but I
Right.
refused. And then I had all these clothes that I couldn't fit, that I wasn't going to get rid of, and I refused to buy new clothes. I stayed in sweatpants until I lost my weight. I said, I'm not going to buy anything higher. I'm not
That's
going
where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right now. But yes, but I'm gonna take on all these here. You said the video that you used, it was called Body Beast?
Body Beast. It was from Beachbody, but they don't
Yes.
sell it anymore. But I don't know if it's on Beachbody, um, on their site at all.
Hmm.
Because I bought
Okay.
a DVD pack when it first came out. When it
Right.
first came out, and it had a schedule of what day you do what.
Yeah, okay.
It-
They
it-
but they still sell a lot of good videos. I have some of theirs downstairs that it's like you said, it's funny. Like I can relate to your story because I have so many DVDs, even though nobody kind of use that anymore. But I believe I have their, I want to say it was 90X. I can't remember.
90X.
Yes, P90X. Yes, I have that downstairs.
Hmm.
So yeah, so you know what? What I love though, and I hope everybody catches is that because sometimes people like, I don't have time to get to the gym, or I can't afford a gym, or something like that, or if only I had a trainer. This was all done, everyone, in your home.
Yep.
In your home. I love it. It's very inspirational.
Just free weights and resistance bands I had. That's it. That's it.
Wow.
And I just recently bought a bench to work my legs differently.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but
tell everybody your schedule and what time you get up and how often you exercise.
well, I exercise 7 days a week. Um, I get up at 3:30 um, to prepare myself for 4 o'clock. Um, and I do different body parts every day. Sometimes, like this morning, what did I do this morning? What did I do this morning? Oh, I did kickboxing this morning. It was a cardio day. So
Okay.
I did kickboxing this morning. But on the weekends, I'll stick to a lightweight or dance mostly. My heavier
Okay.
weights, me lifting weights, is Monday through Friday, and I just incorporated about uh, three 3 months ago hit workouts at night, because I do it when I come home from work. If I get home early enough, I'll get a workout in the evening. But my heavy weights are in the morning, because that's when my energy is the highest,
Right.
when I get up in the morning.
Okay. And so you literally just get up and you find a YouTube video, or you know which one you're going to use ahead of time.
I I have like a library of like 2,000 videos on my phone.
Wow.
And I subscribe to a lot of trainers. So when they come out with a video, I get a notification. I look at it and say, "Oh, okay," and I save it. So I go. I use the YouTube videos, but I go by the bodybuilders, my Body Beast schedule calendar that I have. So um, he has a lean portion and a lean segment and a bulk segment. If you want to get bulky, you follow this one. If you want to get lean, you do this one. So I kind of follow his lean one. And if it calls for a back day, then I'll find a back video in my phone and do it.
Wow.
The videos are 45 minutes. Sometimes they're total body an hour. Sometimes I combine two videos. Sometimes I'll do two hit videos, a hit with weights and then a body weight hit. It depends how I feel. I just go through the video and say, "Oh, I'll do this one today."
Nice. I love it. I love it. And do we have a six pack or something going on down there? I saw the picture.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do it. My friend Marco that I was telling you about is doing a 40 plus thing for YouTube. So I'm getting ready to do my segment of all women that's 40, 50, 60 that's in shape, and get ready to do mine. So yeah, I have to buckle down. But yeah, it's here.
Well, tell your friend we said hello. See, Sal, how long have you known each other?
8 years. It's probably going on probably 9, 10 years. Yep, probably 9, 10 years.
Okay, sounds like an amazing person, a good friend. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody who's just starting out with the fitness thing, I what would you recommend?
Well, I recommend that you get your mind right because there's going to
Mhm.
be days where you don't want to. There's days when I don't want to. There, but if you want it, you can get it. But you have to want it and get your mind right. You have to get your mind right and have because determination because it's going to get hard and you're going to be working out and you're not going to think you're seeing any results. It didn't take you didn't get this way like that. It took you time to get to where you were. So it's going to take time to change your body. Like when I started, it was the first 90 days it was hard. But after those 90 days, I saw a difference, and that's what got me hyped.
Right,
When I saw the difference, when I saw my arm coming in, oh, my stomach getting smaller. That's the thing. But also, you have to get your diet straight. You have to check your diet. Um, there's stuff you just not going to be able to eat, or you make it another way. You make it another way.
right.
You don't.
I think that's the struggle for a lot of people, though. It's like trying to find what to eat and how much to eat because there's so much conflicting information out there. You know, eat 10 eggs for breakfast, make a
I I stick to oatmeal and I'll have pancakes, but I make my pancakes ahead of time myself and I freeze them. So if
okay,
I want one or two, I'll just come bring them out the and put them in the microwave. Um, I don't weigh my food. I've never weighed my food. I don't count macros. I don't count calories. I just
okay,
learned what my body needs to function every day, what my body needs or does not need to hold fat and to gain muscle. I just learned it. So I mean, that's just me. But a lot of people they do good by weighing their food and counting their macros and stuff. And I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. If I'm
right,
trying to be a bodybuilder, the way I eat now would probably not suffice because they eat a totally different way. They
right,
exercise a whole totally different way. And I don't want to, that's not my goal to be a bodybuilder. I can't be in working out 10, as much as they do. They go to the gym 2, 3 times a day sometimes.
right,
You know, that's not what I want to do. I just want to be healthy and shape my body. And if I can guide someone, because I'm not a trainer, but if
right.
I guide someone with my experience, then that's good for
We're
me.
here. We're here for it. I'm here for it. And when you check in with me, I'm gonna check in with you next year. I hope my arms are looking like yours. Absolutely. I mean, gorgeous, amazing. But the part that I'm so stuck on is how you're doing all of this at home. And
Yeah,
it sounds like it's not like you have a ton of equipment.
I don't have a ton of. I have 50. I have dumbbells ranging from 3 pounds to 50 pounds.
Okay.
I have weight plates, 25 pounds pair, 10 pounds and 5 pounds, and that's all I have. I have a bench. I have a back extension machine that I rarely use. I have another ab machine that I rarely use because I do a lot of videos that do a lot of ab moves on the bench. I do a lot of body weight exercises. From a lot of trainers that I look at them and these are young people doing it. I look at them and say, "Oh, I'm not doing that." But me, the person who wants to try it, and I do it. Yeah,
Wow.
do it.
Yes, yes.
Like,
So do you
go ahead.
go I was gonna say, do you take a lot of supplements? Like, do you take a multivitamin? That's another thing I've been reading about, a multivitamin, vitamin C, all this other stuff. Do you take
I
a lot of
take
supplements?
vitamins. I take calcium, magnesium. I take iron. I take I take a lot of vitamins by someone called Andrew Lessman. He's on HSN. His vitamins don't mess with my stomach. You can
Okay.
you can take them on an empty stomach. My After I work out in the morning, I have a protein shake with mixed with water, um, and put my BCAAs in it, my creatine in there. But then I come and eat breakfast after that too.
Okay.
So that's just to feed my muscles after I've been lifting, and then I eat my breakfast in the morning, and I have a snack around 9:30, and my lunch around 12:01, and another snack around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and usually I'll come home, work out, and then have a plant-based protein shake if I'm not hungry. If sometimes I don't feel like chewing, I just want to drink something, and
Mhm.
that's it. But if I'm hungry, I'll have some chicken. I'll make a salad.
Got it. I understand it. So when you do a second workout in a day, is it always something like dance or something like that? Or are you lifting
It's
twice in one day?
it's no, well, if I do a hit with weights, it's light weights.
Okay.
It's maybe me lifting their, because their hit sometimes has the heavier weights. But if I've lifted heavy already in the morning, I'll just stick to 10 pounds or 15 pounds. That's not heavy for me, depending on what kind of exercise I'm doing. If I'm doing rows, I'll do 15 pounds. If I'm doing um, shoulder presses and they're using 15, 20 pounds, I'm using 10 pounds or maybe 8 pounds. I'm
Got it.
doing lighter work. And or I'm doing a body weight hit workout, or I'm doing a dance workout. I do dance um, from Mike Peel. He's on YouTube. And then every Saturday I show the dance on Facebook. So I videotape myself showing, doing
Oh,
the dance on Facebook, and I put
okay.
it on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You gotta tell everybody where to follow you at on Instagram because I'm gonna watch these dances.
Oh,
Um I'm gonna start my routine. You gonna be like, oh my God, this is Cheryl texting me again.
on Instagram, I'm on Althea Bow, where my name, Althea Bow,
Okay.
what it's under.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody. So you see that, follow, see the dance that you do and everything. Wonderful. I know you said you have two children, so you have a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Are they into fitness also?
My son is. My daughter's not, but my son is. He goes to the,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he goes to the gym. Okay, wonderful. And so you are not are you plant-based?
No,
Um,
no.
okay,
What I found the plant-based uh, um, protein shake because I was drinking casein, but that has milk, and I'm lactose intolerant.
got it.
My With that, and I had been using the casein for a pretty long time, but it was bloating my stomach. I would wake up sometimes and my stomach would be bloated. So I wanted to find something else, and then I came across this plant-based one on now that's all that's out now. They're talking plant-based.
Yeah.
So I saw that on Facebook, and I ordered it, and it doesn't mess with my stomach. So
Nice.
that, yeah. And it's slow digesting, so it acts like casein. So if I drink it at night, slow digesting, it will last me until the morning.
Got it. So you don't eat anything before you work out in the morning. You
No,
work out on empty stomach?
yes, yeah, because I'm up at 3:30.
Right.
Yeah, I'm up at 3:30. So no, I don't eat anything. I eat afterwards.
Okay. And so when did you become, I know you said you have to want it. And, like I said, like with me, I go to my classes at 6:30 in the morning. So, I'm used to it somewhat. But some days I am dragging myself there because, I'm like, I want to go. But when did you find like it just became routine to you? Like this is just,
And well, when I started seeing the changes, that's what hyped me up. And
God.
and and I just didn't want to stop, you know. Um, and I even get up at 3:30 on the weekends,
Wow.
and sometimes I wake up before the clock goes off. But I just, you know, I talk to myself and say, oh, you got to get up, get up, get up.
You got to do this.
I don't think I could do it. I know I couldn't do it. If I had to leave my house at 3:30, I wouldn't do it.
Right. Oh,
That's
you mean like leave your house and go to a gym?
Yeah, I wouldn't do
Got
it. No.
it. And see, that's why this is so important to everybody. And I think there's a myth too sometimes that you can't achieve the results that you have at home. Like you need the gym, you need this equipment that's in the gym. And that's why oh, somebody said thank you for your story. It's very inspiring. Yeah, she said your whole story is amazing. It absolutely is. I think the good thing to hear that I'm hearing from you is that people can achieve this at home.
Oh yeah.
So
And
yeah.
YouTube, they have apartment friendly videos where you don't have to jump. I mean, you don't have to, you can, they have walking videos on YouTube where you're just walking in place, you're moving your arms, you're not making any noise,
Wow.
and you sweat. As I've done some of them, you do sweat.
See, this is like there's no excuses. What excuse
There's
can
no,
you have?
there's no excuses. There's no excuses. You can do it. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
I mean, they also, I have a cousin who's in a wheelchair. They have wheelchair videos on YouTube, exercise videos where people who are in wheelchairs can exercise using weights. I sent her to it and she said, thank you.
Oh,
There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You can find something and you can do it.
yes.
But you have to want it. I mean, yeah, that food calls you. Yeah, that food calls you, but you just have to want something different. I wanted something different for myself, and I knew it could happen, but I just needed to be guided in the right direction.
And you did it. You absolutely did it and are doing it. Yes. And that's why I think you said the main thing up front is you got to get your mind right. You got to get in the right mindset, and that way nothing can stop you. You won't give yourself excuses. You
Mhm.
have to be good to yourself.
Yeah,
When we come time to show up for somebody else, we won't disappoint the other person. You can't disappoint yourself.
right, right. And the thing is, also, um, it's about longevity also for me, also because my grandmother, she lived to 108,
Wow.
but cancer runs on my grandfather's side, all types of cancer.
Wow.
Obesity runs in my family. So I'm fighting against two battles, you know.
Mhm.
I just want to put myself in a position as best as I could. If I mean, you know, whatever's in the plan is in the plan.
Right.
I'm not trying to help me get
The
to the
plan, right, right. I totally understand. And you know what? You want to, when you live the longer years too, you want to live them in good health,
Yeah,
right? You don't
exactly.
want to live them taking 15 medications and you can't walk, you can't do anything for yourself. So, yes, you want to live in the best health.
Exactly. And that's another thing that pushes me. I want to be as independent as I can as I get older.
Yes.
You know, I just I don't want to end up with a lot of medications, and if it's avoidable, I'm just trying to be as healthy as I can.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. So you know what? I want to jump back a little bit because I know you said that you're dating, and that was another reason why you was afraid to like let go of the hair. So what did he think when you was like, that's it, I took it off? Like,
Oh, I know. He never knew because our
oh,
relationship ended, and he never.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
never knew. But in my mind, with being in the relationship, you go through, well, who's gonna want a bald woman? Now, what am I gonna do? You know, and actually the relationship started changing because my body started changing. And that wasn't comfortable for him at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm getting more muscular.
Mm.
Now I'm saying, well, I'm getting more muscular, but now I'm going to be muscular and bald too. And I knew that wasn't going to fly. So, I had to make a choice, and I had to step out on faith, and then that's that.
Yeah. Well, you look amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that a lot of men hit on you when they see you in the street.
A lot of undercover men who like bald women, but some don't want to admit it.
Yep.
There's a lot, a lot of men online that I read. There's a lot of bald sites.
Oh,
And,
really?
oh yeah, there's the balding movement. There's the bald society, the bald balls. Um, and they the balding movement has an array of women on there from all different cultures who've lost their hair for all different kinds of reasons. And there's a
Right.
lot of bald sites on there, and you get comments, from some men who are not don't like bald women and think women should have hair. There's a lot of women, who have their wigs and don't think women should be bald, whatever. But it's everyone's choice, and
Right.
it's everyone's choice, and you respect everyone's opinion.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of women on there. That's where, again, I got my confidence also from, because before I went bald, the first site I saw was the Balding Movement, and I joined it just to watch these women.
Right.
And they were so beautiful. They are so beautiful. Um, women, older women, young women. It's just beautiful. And I would just watch them every day and think about me and see how beautiful they are. And then I saw Black Panther, and I'm seeing all these bald women. And at the time,
Yes.
bald under here. And I'm looking at these women on screen, and they are beautiful. And all that runs in my mind as I'm going about my life. But, I'm glad that I decided to cut it when I did. Well, I had to make the decision.
The pandemic changed a lot of us, and it actually did a lot of, as devastating as it was and things happened,
Yes.
it did a lot of good too, in
Yes,
a
it did.
sense.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It was a blessing for me. It was a
Hmm. Yeah,
big,
like a blessing in disguise, right? Time to reflect and
yeah,
just, think about our lives and
right.
everything that we have going on. Yeah. So, wow, I mean, bravery is amazing, but I think you look really good. I've shaved my head a couple of times. I go in and out with my different hairstyles. But one thing I will say, when my head was shaved, it was very freeing. And I got a lot of time back, because that's the other thing too
Yes,
for us, women of color, going to any stylist sometimes, I mean, you can spend hours.
hours, hours, and the money I save now, the
Wow.
I save from not seeing which weave I'm gonna buy, and all that. Oh my gosh, the time, the hair not everywhere on my counter, on my floor. When I shaved my head, and my head was totally free. When I got in the shower, I just stood in the shower. Oh my God, my head that water felt so
Oh,
good. My
good.
scalp. And I just stood in the shower, and I said, I should have did this a long time ago. All the time I'm saving. I would drive 2 hours,
Wow.
get my hair done, 2 hours back. I would be there about an hour and a half, and I would go every 4 weeks. I would go, because from working out and sweating, and the little hair that I did have, it would loosen up in the back.
Mm.
I would have to go get my hair rebraided to get it tight. But the time that I spent traveling to get my hair done, the time I spent trying to find the right company for the right hair, the money I
Wow.
spent, it's,
Buying the hair.
you look back and say, oh my goodness.
Mm. Was you going that far because she was the only one you trusted?
Well, she knew me, yes.
Okay.
I didn't want to go I wanted to go someplace. She had always done my hair, and I had moved, but I moved close enough where I could still get to her. And she
Right.
had always done my hair, and she would take me 7 o'clock in the morning.
Got it.
So I would leave my house like 6 o'clock or 5:30. So
Right.
I could be there by 7. I would get in before the rush started coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I could get out, and hopefully no one I knew would see me. And then I didn't want to go where I live because I didn't want anyone,
Everybody to know.
you know.
Yeah. Somebody said something about somebody said you're late, crazy Kevin. He's talking about get her workout program and diet. You missed it. You got to look at the replay. We definitely got it. But it's, the main thing is a mindset, getting your mind right.
Right, right,
And then Kevin, well, I'll chat with you later, but definitely too, this was all achieved at home. So it's like no excuses.
right.
Um,
There's
that
there's no excuses. There's no excuses at all. You can do it. And like
yeah.
I only do YouTube videos. That's all I do is YouTube videos.
Wow. Now, do you meal prep?
Yeah, on Sunday I used to meal prep a lot, but now I've gotten kind of uh lazy where I'll go buy a rotisserie chicken and call it a day.
Okay.
But it depends. But yeah, I make turkey meatloaf I'll bulk it up with oatmeal, and
Oh,
I'll use some marinara sauce, some sodium-free, low sodium marinara sauce, and I'll use turkey. I'll cook chicken. I'll marinate it in different marinades, homemade marinade to cut down on the sodium.
mm.
Um, and just but yeah, every Sunday I prepare, and I just started ordering from a meal service, delivery service, for lunch to change it up, to eat stuff
Some
that
variety.
I really not even make, because just for one person it would be too much to make. So I
Right.
order a delivery service just to have a change in something, and I eat that for lunch.
Okay.
Take
All
that
right.
for lunch, yeah.
Trying to see if there's any other questions. Umar Johnson. Somebody said, "Who? How can we? What? I don't know what that person is talking about. How can we take down Umar Johnson?" Okay, so yeah, I was just trying to see a meal service. Yeah, well, you don't have to, but the thing is there, because meal service can get a little pricey. Like you can decide to just have it for one of your meals. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be for all, right?
yeah, I order it and have it for my lunch, but then for my dinner, for my snacks and stuff, I cook every Sunday. I cook, so
Okay,
yeah, I cook. Or like I said, I'll go buy a rotisserie chicken, and then I just have to make my vegetables and my complex carbs.
got it.
I
All
take
right.
food to work every day. I don't eat out during the week.
Okay. Do here's a big thing in fitness. I asked you about this. And they relabeled the name, but it's the same thought process. People say cheat meals.
Hmm.
Do you do that, or you just say you stay focused?
I'm human. I don't want to tell you what I had Saturday. Yeah, but yeah, you're human. I mean,
Right.
you're human, but 95% of the time I'm eating healthy.
Got it.
Percent of the time I'm eating healthy. I have
Got it.
air fryer. I'll make my chicken wings in the air fryer. Um, with different seasonings and stuff like that. But yeah, but every now and then you do have pizza. Every now
Right.
and then you do have burgers and fries. But you have to know your limits.
Mm.
You have to know your limits, and you have to know when to stop. Now, like my problem is I'm a crunch fanatic. I like
Okay.
crunchy stuff. So I stopped buying chips in the house. I make my own popcorn in the microwave in a paper bag.
Okay.
Because if I go buy a bag of popcorn, I'll eat the whole thing. That's just how I am.
Right.
I have this crunch problem. So I keep that out the house. But what I also started doing that's been working for me because I love ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Cream doesn't love me, but I love ice cream. So that's my cheat, really. So
Okay.
what I started doing that's been working, I put my cheat on my calendar.
Mm.
Don't go eat my ice cream every week. Because I used to do it every Saturday, but then
Okay.
I stopped because I'm trying to get ready for I was just in a Miss Fitness contest.
Nice.
Placed eighth. So I stopped eating the ice cream as much.
Okay.
Then I'm a nut person. I like crunchy stuff. So I was eating nuts. So I started not eating my nuts after 3. I stopped myself after 3. No
Okay.
more nuts. I put my cheat ice cream on my calendar. So that's something for me to look forward to.
Got it.
Other than that, if I'm get hungry, I'll eat food instead. I put my popcorn once a week in my microwave. I make my own from the kernels in the paper bag.
So how do you do that in a paper bag? I heard you say that. I'm like, how do you do that?
You take the like a what I use a quarter cup of popcorn kernels in a paper bag, a lunch bag, paper bag.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, Probably a teaspoon of canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever you want to use,
Okay.
pour it in the bag. You can get your whatever seasoning you want, sea salt, whatever seasoning you want, sprinkle it inside the bag, shake it up, put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes and 33 seconds. And you got your popcorn. And it's healthy,
Wow.
preservatives, nothing. You cannot even add anything to it. You could just put the oil and the popcorn in the bag, pop it. And then if you want to add something afterwards, you can. But it's healthier because it doesn't have all that preservatives and stuff in it.
Well, you giving me tips. I'm going to try that out. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, they got a sweet tooth.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
that's why I keep it out the house. That's why I keep it out the house. If I want a bag of real like smart popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
go to the dollar store and get me just a portion size to eat. I won't go and buy the big
The
bag
big bag.
because I've done it before.
Yeah, well, listen, I do it. I do it. That's one of my issues, but those are good tips, right? Because you do, and then I feel sometimes I feel obligated to eat it because I'm like, I don't want it to go to waste. And every time I'm about to start to eat right, I'm like, well, I can't throw this food out. I gotta, I gotta eat it. So, and then I'll start once it's all gone. But you gave me some very good tips. And another thing too is I do have my 1 cup of tea in the morning, and then I try to drink water the rest of the day. But now I'm gonna buy that peppermint tea. I do want to incorporate that and try that. And I'm gonna dig my videos from downstairs in my basement, because I think you do need a consistent, like I'm seeing change, so that's what keeps me going. But I'm just not seeing the change I want to see.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
And the key is you have to lift weights. You have to lift weights
Okay.
because when I wasn't lifting weights. I was bulky, but the way, and then I had some videos had weights, some videos didn't. And the way that my body was not what I wanted it to be. And I knew it could be different. So
Mhm.
as soon as I did get the Body Beast tape and was lifting weights, and as soon as I started that, and the cardio was worked in with that program, and as soon as I started lifting weights the way they were lifting weights, that's when I started seeing the change.
Wow. Wow. The big bag is cheaper. You talking about the big bag is cheaper.
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
bag.
but you're not going to see change. You get that big bag. You have to start somewhere.
Right, right.
Yeah,
To start.
you have to start. Yeah, if you don't start, you're not going to see change. So yeah.
Right.
Yep. So let me see. Let me just see if I have any other questions on here for you. All right, I love it. Oh, and listen, this is another thing I want to add there, because sometimes people say time. You got to make the time because I heard you. You go to work, you still work. You're getting up 3:30 in the morning to prepare yourself to do your workout at 4. What time do you usually finish when you start at 4?
5:30.
5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you go ahead, get ready, you go to work,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do your meals, and then like you said, sometimes you come home and you do another workout.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Well, and also when I used to work 55 miles from my house, and I
Wow.
still got up at 3:30. I got up at 3:30. And I had to be out of the house by 6 o'clock. So I would get up at 3:30. Work actually, I think I was 3:30. Work out at the 3:45 to about 5 o'clock. That's what I used to do. So even when I had to drive a distance, I got up.
Wow. Determination. Determination.
It was the only time I couldn't do a second workout because I got home too late.
Right.
Got home too late.
That is determination. You wanted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I want it. And then your body feels that you need to work out.
Mm.
It's like the other day, um, I had my cheat meal and I said, I don't think I can do this afternoon. I think I'm gonna just dance. But I wanted to do some leg work. And I just said, okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I love it. And you said you have something coming up soon, right? So, best wishes with that. And so, what made you enter this fitness contest that you said you was in?
Oh, well, it was on from the Misfit Health and Fitness magazine.
Oh,
Yeah, it was through them. And they were trying to get on the cover. Trying to get
oh,
on the cover.
nice,
So
nice.
I was in the top 10. I got in the top 10 in my age group. And
That is
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, and I ended up placing 8th. So I was still happy because last year when I did it, I didn't get that high. So I was happy. I was happy.
That's amazing. Well, keep working because we want to see you on that cover. What are their standards that they're going by?
Well, they were going by, you had to vote. That
Oh,
everyone had, and you had to vote every day, and then it gets monotonous. Um, but it was fun. I had a lot of votes, and at one point I was in 5th place. But
nice.
I'm happy of my progress though.
I'm excited for you. You gave me some amazing tips. Like I said, don't ignore my text when
I will.
don't ignore my text when I text you. I'm so glad that you stopped by and you chatted with us today. Before we leave, oh, Nancy said very good discipline. Yes, it takes discipline
Yeah,
too.
it
Yeah,
it it does. I mean, especially when you work at a place or you're around people who don't eat right. I mean, and you got your pizza day and all that.
donuts,
Yeah, yeah,
coffee.
Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes you gotta resist, and many times I go in there and I say, "Nope, I'm keep walking. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's just food out there. It's just food. It's just food." And I keep,
Yeah. You have to tell yourself
yeah,
that.
yeah. When it's smelling good, you gotta talk to yourself.
Sometimes I give it for hours, and then once I pick one, I'm like, why did you do that? Someone asked how much sleep do you get?
Six. I'm in the bed by 9:30.
Okay.
By 9:30,
All right.
and I'm up at as soon as the clock goes off at 3:30. I'm up.
Right. So you don't hit the alarm button. You
The
don't mess around.
snooze? No,
The snooze, yeah, the
no,
snooze.
because I know what I have to do that day and what time I have to finish so I can eat and get ready for work.
Got it. Got it. All right. Any more questions, guys, before we close this out? Because we want you to get your rest. It's 9:06. I mean, I could talk to you all day. I really enjoy talking to you. Like I love you. I feel your energy through the screen here virtually. You gave us some amazing tips. You're absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And we are going to check in with you probably in a year because we're going to see. Somebody said don't hit snooze. We're going to just see, the progress of where you're at, and you can just talk to us and tell us some different things, whatever you want to tell us is your updates there. But I think it's a great for when our age bracket. So I'm always thinking I'm 51. I'm 51, and I think it's great, like in our age bracket, like to see people into fitness. It's like, you know what, you can start at any age. There
Yeah,
are people that started much, much later, and they like in phenomenal shape.
yes,
And health is wealth.
yes,
And I truly believe that eating the right foods is what will save you from all of the high blood pressure, the diabetes, from taking all of this medication. And
yeah,
it's the water, like all of these sugary drinks,
yeah,
um, is what's destroying us.
yeah,
And if we can change our relationship with food, we can change our life.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree.
So anything you want to say to us when we close out here?
Oh no, I thank everyone for listening, and I hope I helped someone. Um, Again, I'm on Instagram. Follow me, Althea Boulware. I do my weekly dance every week, uh, and I hope everyone has a good evening.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you
Well,
again. And I'm going to follow you and I'm going to text you.
okay, no, no problem.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Everyone, good
And
night.
don't forget, everyone, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that every time I go live, you will be notified. Thanks again, guys. Bye.
Bye.